Welcome guys to another Eye of Terror battle report. Today Ian and I are back and we're going to carry on our campaign for Shadow War Armageddon. So we have Cult Destructus, which is my Genesteal Cult, up against
the on-the-size Will. I've got my Skitarii team, hoping to turn the tides and gain some momentum again because it's been rough.
It has been rough, that last game. So if you haven't watched the other 3 missions yet, go back and watch them. What was the first mission that we played? I can't even remember.
Yeah.
Ambush.
I
ambushed,
yes.
yeah.
Ambush, and then rescue, and then another rescue.
And I could have did another rescue this time, but I let my character die. So I was like, no more rescues. We're moving on. So today we're going to be playing Hit and Run. We've already rolled off. I'm going to be the defender, so Ian here is the attacker. So there's multiple missions that he gets to roll on to see what his objective is for the game.
I have a secret objective. Adam will have a Prometheum cache and another, like a loot cache, that he'll be placing on the board. As well, he's nominated one of his team to be an elimination target, which I may or may not be interested in.
May or may not. He's already rolled. I don't know what he's rolled, so I'm just gonna shoot everybody, hopefully. And so I get a random number of people that I get to deploy, a D6 plus 2 because of my Genesteal Cult ability models that I get to deploy for this mission, and so I have 7 in total. And Ian has a random number.
I rolled
as well.
5, and I have all 6 of my guys that are eligible to battle this turn.
Excellent. So my 7 guys that I have starting will get reinforcements with the rest of the teams, but I have to roll for those later on. So let's show you the teams, let's show you the board, and get right into the match from there. Here is my team for today's mission. So just so you know, I've used one of my 4 Prometheum to bring in my Genestealer, or Pure Strain Genestealer there. So the 7 guys that I'm starting with is going to be the Pure Strain Genestealer. I have, I believe, let me double check that number, Fendez back here. So he just has an auto gun, the combat blade, and his mining suit. I then have Daz 2.0, who I hired last time, and he has shotgun, chainsword, clip harness, photo visor. I then have Kador here with a mining laser and the combat blade mining suit. I then have Crack, grenade launcher with frag and crack missiles, combat blade mining suit, Dominus with mining suit, bolt pistol, power pick. He has dive and sneak up, so you can only detect him within half the distance. So if your initiative is 3, only 1.5 inches instead of 3 for auto detection, and he can run and hide in the same turn. Really good. Then I have Grom, who everybody seems to hate, with a heavy stubber, photo visor, marksman, combat blade, and that. Back here, so that's the starting 7. Back here, I have my other 3 guys here, so Weezer, Aleph, and Baz. And then I have Broker, who is sitting out for this mission. So that is my team. Ian, this is your 6-man team. I thought you only had 5 guys coming this one, because you had a couple sitting out, but it's 6 all of a sudden. What happened?
Yeah, I spent my remaining Prometheum cache. I'm back down to 0 to hire Atropos, a Rust Stalker.
Ooh.
So I have a little bit of backup this time.
That's really good. He's more melee, correct?
Yes, he has 2 transonic blades.
Nice. So how many attacks does he have?
He has 2 attacks standard. He gets +1 for having 2 weapons.
Nice. That's very good. That's very good. And so why don't you walk us through who you have?
My Alpha, Tallies, has a Taser Goad, Phosphor Blast Pistol. He also has Infiltration, which is not going to come into play in this mission.
No.
And a hatred for Grom.
Who?
Grom.
Oh, yes.
Because everybody hates Grom. One of my specialists, Antiphon 2, is sitting out.
Okay.
We have my other specialist, Euclid, with the Transuronic Arquebus and a photo visor, and he also has Ammo Hound, which probably won't come into play.
Not with your special rule.
And then just the standard rangers, Archimedes and Eudoxus with galvanic rifles, and then our fresh forged recruit, Menikmus Beta, with a galvanic rifle.
Awesome, that is it. So I'll show you the board next, guys. This here is a 4x4 board that we are playing on, and instead of the city ruins today, we're actually using a more forested area with mechanical industry sort of setting inside it. So we've got the trees all around, you got a little bit of cargo space there, a tall center building here with the 2 different layers. You have the Prometheum objective that I placed up there, and the loot token over there that I need to protect, and then yeah, that is it. So next will be deployment. So deployment has finished off. I have set up my guys primarily in around the central sort of point protecting the objective. So I have Kador here, I have Grom up here, I got my Genestealer, I don't know if you can see him, but right back there, it's kind of dark, and that's, there he is there. I got Crack up here, bam. I have, I think it's Daz 2.0. and Dominus over there, and then I have Fendez, I think his name is, up there in the center, or central sort of oil rig tower. Over here we got the Rust Stalker setting up right behind there. He's not hiding, by the way. All my guys, I know they don't have the tokens down, but they all are hiding. He's there. You got the Alpha here, and the 3 other characters right over here hiding, but not really hiding. Am I missing? Oh, you got the Juvie guy over here. The Juvie guy. He's hiding from me because I'm blind as a bat. Anyhow, we're going to come up next with the roll for priority. Here's the roll off. I got a 6 to Ian's 3. I have priority. And so Ian did have his Alpha up there, but he has to infiltrate, so he did 2 move actions all the way over here. And I'm kind of curious, looking at the rules, he has to get 1 guy off the opposite board edge, and he ran his leader straight up, so I'm almost thinking that could be the objective, because once he gets 1 guy off, the rest of the guys are all set up pretty close to a board edge over there, and the Rust Stalker's within 12, but he could run off. So everybody could technically leave as soon as he gets 1 guy off. So this is sort of like the end of deployment. I have first turn. We'll see what happens. I forgot to mention earlier, just so you know, we did roll on the Prometheum Sprawl. I got an 8 and Ian got a 10. So mine basically is whoever wins gets to re-roll the die to determine how many Prometheum they get. And Ian gets a -1, well, everybody gets a -1 to the leadership rolls for the breaks and everything else like that. So we'll come back with at the end of my movement first. So at the end of the movement phase for myself, my Genestealer over here charged into his leader. He was just within 18 inches after measuring it. Kador just moved over and is hiding. Grom is still technically hiding, but I'm going to shoot with him in the shoot phase because he doesn't like the sniper. All the way over here we have Crack, who is hiding technically, but he's going to be shooting this guy down here in the shoot phase. And Dominus ran up behind the crate, is hiding, and this guy here is moved up and is also hiding right there. So those guys are both hiding. So that is my movement. We'll come back with my shooting next. Starting here for shooting, I'm going to be shooting down into, what is that? Ukuleles? Euclid. Ukulele. He plays music. So I'm going to be using Sustained Fire from Grom. So I get 2d3 shots. So that's 2, and that is 3, so 5 shots in total. All of them are going to be going into Euclid. He does have Marksman, so I do get to reroll a miss. There is a +2 cover bonus to my roll, or -2 technically, but I have Photovisor, so it's 1. So I need 5s or higher. So here's the first shot. It's a 2. Second shot, it's a 1. No stray fire, thankfully. Third, miss. Come on. Hold on. I get to re-roll these because of Marksman. Let's try that again. First shot, re-roll, no. Second shot, re-roll, no. And third, no. Fourth, it's a hit. And let's see if I wound you. You're pinned, which is good. I do wound you, so you get your armor save.
Make it.
You do make it. I don't know if the Heavy Stubber has a -1 AP, because if not, you wouldn't make it, correct? I'll have to double check that. So just checking, the Heavy Stubber does have a -1 to the save, so that 4 becomes a 5, so it does make it. So here's what happens to him. So he's taken out of action. And the other shot, I can't see anybody else over there, so it's wasted. Over here, Crack, shooting into that guy, needing 5s. Hits, sorry. It is a crack shot. I forgot to say that Crack is firing a crack shot. and so does not wound with wound 1. So there's no other shooting after Crack and Grom up there. So we're going to go into combats next. So we have Genestealer, Pure Strain Genestealer, up against Ian's Alpha. I have 4 attacks because I have 2 Rending Claws. You have 3. So let's see what happens. So I get a 5 highest. You get a 5 highest. We now have to add our weapon skill to that, which the weapon skill 6.
3.
Oh, dude. So that's 11. I charge, so 12. So 12 for myself. And then you got 3. Any other modifiers there?
Nope.
Nothing? Okay, so that's 8. So I have 4 attacks on you. I do get to re-roll the wounds. These are Rending Claws, so -2 armor. What's your toughness?
Toughness 3.
Alright, so all of them are wounds. And now let's see what happens.
Gotta do armor saves.
Yeah, so you have -2 your armor saves.
Yeah,
so 6s. So you have 4 saves to make in total. So first one makes it. Second one does not. So that's 1. No.
So there's no point in doing the last one.
Well, there is.
Well, that's,
because I have
for
I have
number
to,
of wounds, yes.
I have to roll them.
Oh,
first.
yeah,
So you make. So I have 1 roll. That's it on the because you have 2 wounds, right, with them. So 1 roll to see what happens to him. And it is a 3. He is downed, so he's taking every action right off the bat when you're in melee combat. And I do have a 2-inch move to make with him. And I'm just going to tuck him back in behind these trees with his 2-inch move, like so. Give him some sort of protection. End of the round, this is what it looks like. Or end of my turn, this is what it looks like. You have Ian's 2 guys still up there. Genestealer there. You got Kador hiding. Grom, who shot. Crack, who shot. Aleph, I believe, down there, and my 2 other guys right down there that are both hiding. So we'll see what Ian does next. End of Ian's round 1 movement. So these 2 guys, well, this guy here, I should say, has moved up and hid behind the barrels and the crates right there. So that way he can't get shot. And then this guy here is still out of range of my guys, or sight, line of sight, but has taken an overwatch position for the guy in front. The Russ, we are playing Space Wolves all of a sudden. The Rust Stalker has moved to 6 inches from the corner of that crate over here and is hiding behind the trees, not making any noises from any of his joints or anything, and this guy's still pinned, so at the end of the round he'll be able to stand up and do nothing. So Ian for round 1 is deciding to stay hidden with this guy instead of shooting, because he could have shot Grom up at the top of the tower, but he didn't think that was wise. At the end of the round, this guy does get to stand up and can't do anything else, though, unfortunately, because he was pinned. We'll come back with round 2 for me next. Beginning of my movement phase, I do have to do a reinforcement roll, so 1 or 2, up to 1 fighter can come on, 3 or 4 up to 2, and 5 or 6, 3. So I gotta roll to see how many come on. So 3. So I'm gonna bring them all on, and then I gotta see what side they come on as well. So we've named this side 1, 2 is that side, 3 that side, 4 this side, and then 5, 6 I choose. So here we go. It's a 5. So they all come on the same edge. So my 3 reinforcements are have decided to come on this board edge. I have 2 guys here that have taken the hidden marker from the Rust Stalker, and Aleph, who's frenzied, has charged into, I don't know this guy's name, but that's okay. Beta. So, and that is that. End of my movement besides these 3, which I've already showed you. We have Dominus over here who dove behind this barrier. This guy is still in hiding and is overwatching this way in case the Rust Stalker kills off those 2, because there is a good chance of that. Up here, he's also overwatched this way. Grom went into hiding. Kador over on the other side is hiding as well, and the Genestealer is hiding right down there as well. That is my go. Crack will have a shot. Not anymore. So to start off my shooting, I'm going to do Crack up here, and I'm going to use his Crack Grenade into the Rust Stalker. So you do get a +2 to this, and so I need a 6 to hit. It's a 3, so nothing. Over here, these 2, I have an auto gun here on the Rust Stalker. I get +1 to my roll, so I need 3+. Duh, it's a 1, so nothing. Then over here, the auto pistol gets +2 to his roll, so that hits. You are pinned, and no wound. Combat, This is the only combat for myself, so I have 2 dice because I'm frenzied with Aleph up against him. So here's my rolls. So we got 5 highest, 4. So I charged, plus I have weapon skill 3, so that puts me up to 9. And you have 7. So I have 2 attacks. So your toughness 3. Mm-hmm. All right. So combat blades. I have 1 wound, which you get your 4+ save.
Nope.
It's a 1. Let's see what happens. Cock die. So he's taken out of action. And I do have to make a 2-inch move, which has to go towards the closest enemy, which is a Rust Stalker all the way over here. So he just moves up. So the beginning of Ian's round 2, he is broken because I have taken out 3 individuals of his, and he only has 6 on the board. He does get everybody does get a -1 to their leadership test. So Ian's highest leadership is it the Rust Stalker right now? What is his?
Everybody's at an 8 right now, so it's
8?
-1, so 7.
7. All right. So he needs to make a leadership test. See if he's broken. He's fine. So for Ian's go, he just finished his movement. The only thing he really did was move that character there. He ran with him around to the front of that. I have nothing that can see him, and nothing that was on Overwatch within range to shoot. And then his other guy, who is hiding in at the barrel, behind the barrels back there, he just went on Overwatch as well. So if, say, the Genestealer pops out, he can get a shot or so into him, or anybody else that moves into range. So we have no combats. We'll come back with my turn 3 next.
You drew last.
So my Genestealer here, he was hiding over here during my movement phase, but is moving across and hiding on the other side. This guy here is on Overwatch. You're going to try to shoot him.
I'm going to take a shot.
All right, you got to make an initiative test first because he is a fleeting target.
Initiative 3.
Okay, and you make it. All right, roll the wounds. You get a -1 because you're on Overwatch.
No.
Nothing. All right, so that Overwatch token is gone. End of the movement phase, this is what it looks like. I had Dominus, Aleph, and Baz charge into the Rust Stalker, who I did not know, but he has combat mastery, so I don't get my pile-in bonus, or multiple attacker bonus. Over here, Weezer ran up. This guy ran down the building, or down the ladder. Crack just ran across. Kaor just moved and hid, and Baz 2.0 just ran up behind that crate right there. Grom up here went on Overwatch as well. There's no movement or no shooting for myself this turn, so we're going to start off with combat. So over here we have Baz. He has 2 attacks because he has the auto pistol and the combat blade. I rolled a 1, that's not good, that's a fumble, and a 4 highest. So you have 3.
There's something about fumbles, 1 second.
Here's Ian's roll. So you get a 5 highest. So I have my weapon skill to my 4, which takes me up to a 7 in total.
And I have weapon skill...
And I charge, so that's 8 technically.
Weapon skill 4. So
okay.
That puts him up to a 9.
Okay. And then I 10 because I fumbled. So you have 2 attacks on Baz.
So this is strength 4.
Alright, so you need 3s. You get 1. Is there armor?
And I can reroll this.
Oh, really? Okay. You get to reroll that. It's a 6.
That is a -4 armor save.
Alright, so we can't make it versus that. What about this one? Do I get an armor save versus that one?
Yep.
Is there a minus to it?
No modifier.
Alright, so 6 up. It's 5, so nothing. So you get to roll those twice on him. Let's see what happens to him. Alright, so he's down, but because he's in melee with 2 other guys, you cannot automatically kill him. So he is face down, like so. Aleph's going up next, up against the Rust Stalker. Let's see what he gets with his 2 attacks. Again, I rolled a 1, but I got a 5 this time. So you have 4 highest. So that turns into a 5, plus your weapon skill of 4 is 9. I have 5 plus 3, which is 8. And then I charge, so that would be 9. What's your initiative?
Initiative is 4.
Alright, so I'm in initiative 4, so we got to roll off, see what happens. Lastly, but not least, is Dominus. He has 3 attacks, 1 because paired weapons 2 base, so he's going to be going up against Rust Stalker. Let's see what happens. I get a 6. You get a 2. Uh-oh. So I have weapon skill. That takes me up to 10 in total because I charged, versus your weapon skill of 4 plus 2. So that's 4 strikes up against your Rust Stalker. So Ian here does have 2 parries with the Rust Stalker, and so he's going to make me re-roll the 6 and the 3 to see what happens. And so I get a 3 and a 2. So
now
that's,
your highest is a 3.
3 is highest, so now I got to recalculate to see what happens. We almost jumped ahead and forgot about the parry. So I have 3s, that takes me up to 6 from his weapon skill. Plus I charged is 7. Plus you have a fumble is 8. In total.
This goes up to 6 with his weapon skill.
Yep, and that is it. So I have 2. So your toughness what?
Toughness 3.
Okay, so I have the power pick, which gives me +1 strength. So that's now puts me up to strength 4. So I need 3s to wound you. Then it's -4 on your armor save.
So I have to take an invul.
Yeah. All right, so there is 1 wound. So you need to make an invul save. How many wounds does he have?
He has 2 wounds.
Oh man. And
that's a fail.
That's a fail. So 1 wound left on the Rust Stalker. End of my round. I got to see what happens to Baz over here. I got to roll a die. 6. He's out of action. 1. He is fine. He stands up with a flesh wound. 2 to 5. No changes. So 3. No changes. Beginning of Ian's round. He does only have 3 models left. There, there, and down there. So he needs to make another bottle test. Let's see what it is. And 7. You make it. During Ian's movement phase for round 3, this guy here went from hiding here to moving up there. Grom is on Overwatch down this way, so I need to make an initiative test to see if I can actually snap fire and hit you. I do not, so he just is hiding up there. End of the movement phase is what it looks like. This guy here has went on to Overwatch forward, obviously because the Genestealer is right there. You have that one there who is hiding, and this guy in combat. So there's no shooting, so let's just start off with this combat here. Well, what do you want to do first?
Let's go with Dominus first.
Dominus first. All right, we both have 3 attacks. I rolled a 5 and a 1.
6.
Oh, you're going to get it. All right, so I have 3. So that takes my total up to 8. You have weapon skill 4, right?
So that's 10.
Yeah, 11 in total because I have a 1 from fumble. So you have 3 attacks on me. I'm your strength what?
Strength 4.
All right, so you need 3s. That's 2 wounds.
And I can re-roll this.
All right. Oh, you have that ability, don't you? Yeah,
There
so
we go.
3 wounds.
And this is -4.
Okay, so I don't get any save from that, but I get save versus those 2. So 6s, nothing. So 3 wounds on the chart. Let's see what happens to Dominus. He is taken out of action. Whoa, like so. Frenzied Aleph here is going to try to do the exact same thing. So I got a 3 highest, which is not good. You got a 5 highest, plus my 3, so I got a 6. And you got your 4 onto that is 9. So you have 3 attacks against him. Hide from the Rust Stalker. They all wounds, and that's a -4. So I get 2 saves, hopefully a 6. Okay, so 2 wounds now that you actually get to roll, see what happened to him. Flesh wound and taken out of action. Bah! Like so. And if I don't get anybody in next round, this guy is also going to be taken out of action. Beginning of the Genestealers go, starting off first, I have this Genestealer here who's going to be charging into that guy there. You're going to try to Overwatch.
I'm going to take a shot.
There you go. It hits. It hits. All right. I can't be pinned.
Okay, that is that's a strength 4 with a -1 save.
All right. I have an invulnerable save, but so that is a wound. And that's not a save. Let's see what happens to him. I'm hoping for a 1. He's down. He is down as he creeps out. So the Genestealer was down as soon as he became visible to this guy, so he's just out in the middle of the open and is downed. Boo. Over here, this guy here is hiding. These guys here have all ran up. That guy has been left to die, and Crack is on Overwatch, and Grom is also on Overwatch. That is it. I have no shooting, and this guy is dead in the combat phase. So that is my round, and you get a 2-inch move with him as well. So if you want, just, I'm assuming you're going to go towards me somehow.
I'm going to go that way.
You're going to go this way. All right. Like so. End of the round, I got to see what happens to him. I'm hoping for a 1. Come on! Beginning of Ian's turn, he has to make a break test. Let's see what our bottle test. And double ones. He's staying in. That's what he wants to do. So this guy here is charging into the Genestealer. I do have Grom on Overwatch, so I'm going to sustain fire on him. So 6 shots. Let's see what happens. If I roll any ones, that could be bad. So here's the first one. That's a 3. I have a -1, so that's 2. So it's a miss. So let's roll again. Nothing. Second one. It's a 4. But I have -1, so that's a 3. That's a miss. That's a 4. No. I need a 5. Come on. That's 2. That's a miss as well. And it's another miss. I got 3 more.
I really don't like marksman.
Yeah. That's a 1. I hit him. I got to double check to see how I resolved that. I think it's an initiative test. So with that stray shot, let's see if I actually do hit him. I do not, thankfully. So I have 2 more shots left. Here's the 5th shot. There's a hit. And I need an ammo roll. I'm fine. So you're pinned, which is good. That means you don't get into combat with him. And let's see if I wound you. It's a wound. You have -1, so you have 5+ save. No. So let's see what happens. You're downed. That's the, yeah, both guys are down right there. So this guy here, the Ruststalker, did move from over here to over there. So he is running. I get the Overwatch, though, so I need to make an initiative test. I make it. So I'm going to do a crack shot into him. So here we go. I hit you on 5 or more, because it's a 4+ normally. Let's see that happen again. It's a 5. I hit you, so you are pinned automatically back there unless you're immune to it. Let's see if I wound you. I need 2s to wound you because of strength 6. It's a 1. So you are pinned, though, when you poke your head out over there. Yes! End of the movement phase. Ian has ran up that guy up that way. He has his down fighter over there and his down Ruststalker over there as well. So recovery phase. See if he recovers. He does not. End of my move phase. Crack has stayed here because he's going to try to take another shot at the Ruststalker. Weezer has moved back just to keep himself with a good shot over on this guy here. Kador and that guy just moved up that way just to get into a better position to deal with him, hopefully. And this guy has ran over that way. And this guy is just moving back 2 inches. Just so that way it draws if you're going to come towards him. Back that way. So, Genestealer, yeah. Oh, and over here, Grom has just went on Overwatch again. Scratch that, Grom isn't even going to go on Overwatch because he is going to shoot the other guy down there. Shooting phase over here. I got this guy into the Ruststalker. I get +1 because of the range, so we need 3s. And it's a 1, so nothing. Up here, Crack is going to shoot a crack grenade into the Ruststalker. Hits on a 5, so you're pinned again. Excellent. And let's see if it's 2s to wound. So it's a wound. I can't remember. I think it's like -3 to your armor save.
So got to use my invulnerable?
Yep. Nope.
Not a 6.
And let's see what happens to him. So he is down. Grom here is shooting into the other guy down there with sustained fire. So we get 3 shots.
Need 6s.
Need 6s, but Photo Visor drops it to 5.
Oh, he ran.
Yes, then 6s. So if I hit at all, it's an automatic ammo check. It's a 1, but I'll reroll. There's a 6. Ammo check. It's good. And I don't wound you, but you are pinned. Second one, reroll that. Nope. Third one, fails, and reroll that is a 6 as well. Sorry, dude. Let's see if I wound. That is a wound. You have a -1 save. And you're good. End of the round, I gotta see if the Genestealer recovers or gets worse. It's a 2, so no changes to his condition at all. That's probably gonna earn Ian an extra Prometheum point. So, at the end of my round, and beginning of Ian's round, Ian is deciding to bottle automatically just because he had one pinned guy, couldn't move anywhere, and I had a model that was nice and close to his 2 guys that were down over there. And so, let's go into, I guess, the after-action stuff, so like the promotions and stuff along those lines. So this is what my team looks like at the end of this match. I have 3 guys that were down, and then everybody else that was okay. So I got to roll for serious injury for all 3 of these guys. So we're going to start off with Baz here. Let's see what happens to him. So he's a 4 on the serious injury table because he was out of action.
That would be a full recovery.
All right, so he makes it. Aleph, who's already frenzied, 5.
A full recovery.
Okay. Dominus, 6.
He gets an advancement.
All right, so we'll roll on the advancements. So let's see what happens. A 10.
10 is quick. +1 move or +1 initiative.
I'm going to give him +1 move because he has dive. So now he can run 10 inches or charge 10 inches and hide at the end of that run as well. So he now has quick or +1 move. So after rolling that, D3 Promethium, let's see what happens. I get 3 Promethium, takes me up to 6. For my advancement, I'm going to use Advanced Crack this time, so I need to roll 2d6, see what advancement he actually gets first off. So we get 6, I'm pretty sure that's a new skill on the chart. And then that's a skill, so for his skill he's going to go on shooting. Let's see what he gets. He gets 2 and 6.
Ammo Hound or Fast Shot?
What is Fast Shot do?
Pistol or basic weapon used by this fighter other than a weapon that uses a template has sustained fire 1.
Ooh, maybe I want to give him a basic weapon of some sort. And Ammo Hound is...
Reroll ammo rolls.
Kind
Kind of the booby prize of the chart.
Yeah, it kind of is. But yet you need a 6 to roll for it, eh? I'm going to do the Fast Shot with him. Fast Shot. For my resupply action, I'm buying another trooper here, just a neophyte hybrid with a auto gun and a photo visor. That leaves me 5 points, but I really can't get anything else for 5 points, so I have 11 guys now. So at the end of my resupply, Baz here had 4 extra photo visors. He passed out, so both Kador, Weezin, Broker, and... who else? Daz, sorry, is handing me out, but Baz have all taken a photo visor. And then this guy also returns to fight in the next one. So Fendez, I believe it was. And so I have 11 models now out of the 15 that I'm allowed. We'll go over to Ian's for his next. So for Ian and his rewards of battle, he needs to recover some guys. So his one guy that was down, has to see what happens, see if he survives or if he's actually out of action at the end of the game. And so he survives. And then your other 3 guys, who are you going to start with?
Well, let's start with the Alpha.
All right, the Alpha.
Tallies, let's go.
5, full recovery.
Euclid,
Yeah.
who showed up and went
Didn't
home.
do anything. 4, full recovery. It's the best result besides the 6, right?
And Menikmus Beta,
Hasn't really done much.
he showed up and also went home. And he's
1.
dead.
No, you got to roll again.
Oh,
see if
wait.
he's captured or dead.
Let's do another rescue.
Yeah,
mission.
let's do another rescue mission. He's dead with a roll of a 2. All right, next you get to claim Promethium. You get 1 automatically. 1 also because you had the Genestealer down at the end of the game.
Puts me up to 2.
Woohoo! Then you get to make an advance with a member of your kill team who was not taken out of action in the mission.
Let's go with Archimedes because he survived the entire game.
So roll 2d6. So 8 is a new skill. We'll see what he picks. Right. So he's going to roll on the shooting chart. So let's see what he gets for shooting. Same as me. Ammo Hound and Fast Shot. The fast shot could be really good because that's a basic weapon, is it not?
Yeah, I already have Ammo Hound. So
Fast Shot, you get to reroll. Yeah, you get to reroll that.
Let's see that.
All right, so 3. What is 3? So Ian's deciding to use the Fast Shot ability on that guy, so that way he gets sustained fire with his basic weapons. He's going to become really, really good with shooting. So Ian, instead of resupplying with equipment. He's going to buy a new character because he did lose one, so it makes sense. He's going to take a fresh forge with a arc pistol and a combat blade, so he'll have 2 attacks on the charge, plus still be able to shoot with his pistol. That is it. So you have 6, 7. How many guys do you have in your team now, Ian?
I have 7.
All right, your 7 to my 11. So that is it for the rewards section of the match. We'll come back with the after action report. Welcome, guys, to the after action reports. You just saw the match between Ian and I and our 2 kill teams. And Ian, I'm sorry, dude.
I think I'm going to change it from a kill team to a die team.
Because you're not doing much killing. That's not true. Your Rust Stalker took out 3 guys on his own.
I was worried he was just going to get shot off the board, but he was able to stick around and tie some guys up at least.
Yeah. Well, I thought I was safe charging 3 guys into him. I didn't know about the combat mastery, or else I wouldn't have charged 3 guys into him. I would have just tied 1 and was like, well, whatever happens, happens, right? But yeah, that's...
I was dreading you getting first turn because I knew what was going to happen.
Everybody hides and shoots or whatever. Yeah. Because but that's what they do.
Well, if I get first turn, generally with Genestealers, you're hiding, so I have nothing to do. But at least I can move and get in better positions and hide from you.
That's right.
But coming onto the board, none of my guys can hide because they don't have any special abilities.
Now, what was your objective? Because you bottled.
My objective was hit and run. Not hit and run.
That was the mission.
That's a mission. But it was to get at least one of my fighters to the opposite edge of the table.
Okay.
So that's why with my infiltrate move, I went as quickly as I can.
With your leader.
With my alpha, yeah.
The mistake, though, was the fact that you didn't know that the Genestealer can charge up to 18 inches because that's that ability,
big
right?
chunk of the table.
Yeah. He could get you in that first turn, which is pretty scary when you think about it.
I need dive.
Yes, you do need dive so you can run and hide. And I gotta say, like, the Genestealer was good. But you took him out with 1 shot in Overwatch.
He's fragile, but he gets where he wants to go quickly and then does what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. I can't run and hide, though, with him. I can only move 6 inches and hide, so I can hide like that. But if you're overwatching, when I charge into you, then I'm pretty SOL with him, right? And I think that was good for you to do. Got you that extra Promethean points. But I will say he is a hard-hitting guy. 4 attacks on the charge. And the rending, right? Rending claws allow me to re-roll wounds. And they give you like a -2 or something like that.
What was his weapon skill? Like 6?
6. Yeah. So really, really, really good, right? So an initiative is like 6 as well. So plus he could jump like gaps, which I haven't even shown here yet. Like, but jumping like that would be great. Yeah. Rust Stalker was good. Anybody else perform half decently well? Not so much.
Not really,
no?
because I took losses so early. I had to play defensively, which meant I was not getting my objective. So
I will say that I had a couple of lucky shots. Turn 1, you know what I mean. My Genestealer there was just a tactical error.
Grom though, he doesn't have to be lucky because
I just get the rerolls. With
you get
right?
up to 6 shots.
Yeah.
That you can reroll. So
misses.
Yeah.
And now that he has a photo visor.
Yeah, and it's on a heavy weapon, so it's reducing my armor saves.
By 1, yeah. So
that guy needs to die.
Grom is really good, I will say that much. He usually holds the line for my guys.
My next
Everybody else
just charge Grom.
Yeah, shoot everything at Grom, turn 1. Get him out of there. So, but that's if he's not hiding. That's the other thing, right? So, because the Genestealers, they can hide. Dude, I got 6 Promethean points. You got 2 now. We'll see what happens in our next mission, which will not be a rescue mission. Ian, thank you for playing today. I always have fun. I don't think you had as much fun today. But guys, remember, check us out on Patreon. You can get early access to a lot of our content there, as well as additional stuff that will be coming from Blackfyre Productions. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, ignite your hobby.